Hey Stampin' friends, welcome to the Joy of Stamping with Rachel. I'm Rachael Coon and it is our Fun Fold Friday. Today we'll be making a really fun card using our new Glad We're Friends stamp set, and it's called an Overlapping Fun Fold. Go ahead and hold while I flip and we'll get started. All right, let me show you this card. But before we get started, let me tell you about our Fun Fold Friday. Be sure to comment if you are watching this on Facebook, on live or after live. You have until midnight tonight to comment and I will respond and let you know if you are the winner of today's card. Today's card is super cute. Let me show it to you. So you have this cute little kitty cat on the front with its cute little tiara. It says, Glad We're Friends. And then we open up this one and we open up this one. And it says, a friend like you comes along once in 9 lives. And we have our cute little corgi there down underneath the second flap. Super cute, fun fold, and pretty easy. And this one's called the Overlapping Flap card. And it is really, really fun. Let me go ahead and show you the pieces that we're using from the stamp set. This kitty cat here, our cute little puppy dog here, I'll show you how we got him without the fan, and the Glad We're Friends saying, along with a friend like you comes along once in 9 years. But there's a cute little guinea pig that could have been cute in the inside as well, and we could even say something like, it's gonna be a great day. So lots of fun options with this stamp set. First, let's go ahead and get our stamping done, and then we need to color with our stamping blends. So I went ahead and I've stamped our little cute corgi in our Memento ink onto a piece of basic white. We're gonna set him down, we'll color him just a minute. And then I also have our square for a kitty cat. This one is a 2.5 by 2.5. And for all of my measurements, you can find those over on my blog later after this video. All right, so I am using, let me show you, the Memento ink Tuxedo Black. This is great to use when you are stamping and wanting to color with blends. So we're gonna ink this up for our kitty cat. Sometimes we'll look and to make sure he looks good. It looks good. And we'll put her about center, but have her go a little bit higher so we have room for our words. Oh, cute. She's a little crooked. I probably could have gone a little bit lower. Let me go ahead and flip her over. Since I'm sending this to one of you guys, I'm gonna make sure she looks nice. Okay. Center, not crooked. And not as high. That looks good. That looks good. Super cute kitty cat. All right, we can put that ink away and let's grab our Pool Party ink. This is one of my favorite shades of blue. Goes with so many things and it matches our DSP, which is the Hostess Only Designer Series paper. It's one of my new favorites. It's called Design a Daydream. I'm gonna have to use to saying that one. That's our new one. We had another one that we used for a whole year last year with our annual catalog, and this one is brand new. All right, so we're inking up Glad We're Friends. We're gonna go right underneath our kitty cat and stamp that. Super cute. Then we're gonna grab our basic white for the inside, and we're gonna grab our saying for the a friend like you comes once in 9 lives. Get that nice and inked, and we're gonna go center for this one. And mine's a little bit crooked, but I think that gives it character, so we're gonna leave it be. I like imperfections. It's okay to make mistakes, and I do all the time. All right, we're putting our ink away, and now we're gonna grab our blends. So we'll grab these 2 pieces, and I'm just using a handful of colors. So for our kitty cat, I'm actually only using the light gray granite. I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna do its ears first because it's a little bit smaller. I'm using that little tiny tip here to go along these ears. And I'm having it so I have the outline of the ear and the top of the ear. Just like that. So you can see that continuation of the fur. Then I'm gonna go ahead and close that up, switch it to the brush end. And then we can just go ahead and color this any way we want. You could do either brush strokes, you could do little circles and color in the spots. It's totally up to you, your favorite method of how to color with these markers. I'm gonna go over it one time And then we're gonna let it dry just slightly, and then I'll go over it again in some special spots, and I'll show you where. Okay, looks pretty good. So what I'm gonna do now is go ahead and go in the center, and I'm just gonna do like a circle belly. Kind of give a different coloring right there to his center. And I'm gonna do the same thing to his little whisker spot. Just by doing little circle lines there, it's going to create a darker shading over that spot we already colored. Bring it closer, you can see. Super cute. Then we're gonna use the Daffodil Delight for our color for its tiara or crown, depending if it's a girl or guy. And first we're gonna start with our Daffodil Delight light color. There's darks and lights. Oh, and I'm going to use the brush in. We're going to just go ahead and color this in. This one's a very small piece, so it doesn't take very long at all. Leave that one open for a second. Then we're going to grab our other one, the darker of the Daffodil Light. And I'm going to use the nubby side. I'm just going to go near the top for this one. Give it a little bit of extra color here. Then I'm going to go over it again with that light to make a blend together. We'll let this dry a little bit more, but you can kind of see that really cool look there with having those two different shades. Okay, our kitty cat is almost done. We could leave his ears in the inside white, or you can grab your petal pink and just do a little bit of coloring for the inside of the ear. Just like that. A little added touch there. While we have that out, let's go ahead and color the inside of our corgi's ears too. And we're just creating our own little inside ear lines. It's up to you how far you want it to go. Just leave yourself a little bit of space because we're going to color on the outside and inside of this ear. For this cute guy, I went ahead and just used the pumpkin pie, and I used the dark shade for this one. I'm going to go ahead and use, again, that little nubby in for just the ears, so I can get just a little bit of color here. I'm going to make sure we're not going crazy, so we'll just do a little there. Also along this ear. And the lower part there. There we go. Cute. Now we're going to keep his center white and just color his outside parts and leave his paws white and his belly white. So there's not too much coloring here. I'm calling this a corgi, but he could be any puppy probably, especially a puppy because they're little. Corgis just are little and stay little though. Cute. And it's okay if you go out of the lines a little bit when you're coloring this one because we are going to cut it out. And as you can tell, looking at the stamp, it has the extra little fan there. So this is one great way to be able to have it separated from the fan by just cutting it out. So this is what the original looks like, which I made a card with both of these and they're super cute. But for this one, we don't need the whole thing. So now, oh, we just need to color in his tongue too, huh? We're gonna use that light petal pink again. You could always change up the color and go a little bit more darker if you want for his little tongue, but we're gonna think he's a puppy, so he has a light colored tongue. All right, now let's grab our paper snips and we go ahead and fussy cut him out. And that's just the term we use when we need to cut something that doesn't have a punch or a die. We're just gonna use our scissors, our paper snips to go around the outline here of where we've stamped. And because we're putting this on another piece of basic white, it's okay if you have some outline and you don't have to go as close. But it's totally a preference of how you want it to be. I really liked going pretty close in this one and creating that fun looking fur outlines he has. My tip for fussy cutting is just to use the inside of your scissors and cut off excess pieces as you go along so that way it's not so big and bulky to hold. So there's these little cute fur pieces here. We're just working our way around it. I'm moving my paper instead of my scissors mostly for this. I usually go oddly enough, counterclockwise when I fussy cut. And I usually start at the bottom and work my way around. And that's just the way I do it. That's not the right way or a wrong way. It's just my style. You'll have to give it a try sometime and let me know if you are a counterclockwise fussy cutter or if you go the same direction as a clock. So we're just cutting off those parts that I went out of the lines on so nobody knows. And there we go. Our cute little corgi in the palm of my hand. Oh, he's so cute. So cute. All right, now we can talk about assembling and all the pieces that build this card together. Let's go ahead and show you from the bottom up. We have our pool party as our technical base. That's the 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Then we have a daffodil delight. That is just a little bit smaller than that. It's kind of like our mat there. Then we have 2 pieces of the overlapping pieces that opens up for us. We have a larger size and a smaller size. Again, you'll have all these measurements over on my blog, and I have 2 spots where they are scored on each. So we're making a square out of this one, and we have scored it on the 1/2 inch on the long side of each one of these. So that will be a square in just a minute. I'll show you that with our DSP. And then we have this piece of our basic white will be our next layer for here. And I've I've just cut out some DSP to put on the tops here. So this is a 4 by 3/4. So let's go ahead and attach that now. Flip this over. A little bit of liquid glue in the center and flip it and glue it down. So you have top to center there. Same thing for this guy. I love that this gives the look that the paper has gone on all over, and this is like the middle piece here. But note, these are just 2 strips, so it's definitely a paper saving tip here. Flip that over. We're gonna add this to our Daffodil Delight. And I'm just using my Seal Plus, and one in each corner and in the center. Line it up on your daffodil so it has border on all 4 sides. That looks good. Do not attach this part yet. The pool party is at the very end. So now what we need to do is go ahead and add our designer series paper to our overlapping flaps. Flip it over, and you can match it just by size. Even by looking at it, you can tell which one's larger than the other. Flip this over. This is a perfect square after that score right there, so it doesn't matter which way you glue it. I'll put on the second flap. And on my blog, I have them as left flap or left panel and right panel to kind of give you an idea which one goes where. All right, now let's go ahead and add our kitty cat to this one. And we make sure that we're not putting our kitty cat upside down. So we're gonna put this smaller flap on the right side, and we're gonna glue on our kitty. I'm gonna use a little bit of my seal. Flip it over and put it on our center of our DSP right here. Perfect. Okay, now what we need to do is grab our bone folder and let's just crease the score line a little bit better to make it nice and perfect. We'll do that to both sides of our flap. So you just start the bend and then press down with your bone folder to get it nice and crisp. Okay, here comes our fun part. So we're gonna take here's our front of our flap. We're going to open it up to the inside, our score, and we're going to add a little bit of our stamping seal. You could use liquid glue, but just be mindful that you are going to have to wait for it to dry. So I'm going to run a whole strip right here on that side. Then we got to be careful because this is going to be sticky now. And you see my strip was a little bit over, so I'm just folding it over here so it's not hanging. Grab this piece here, don't push it down yet, keep it open, and line it up so that you have some white space right here and right here. And then you can go ahead and fold it over. Perfect. Let's do the same thing for this one. We'll put a little bit of adhesive right along that score on the left side of it. Keep it open, line it up on our card where the score meets the edge, and make sure we have our spacing looks pretty good right there, and fold it over. And that's created that cool attachment there. This is why we wait to the end, because we want to cover up the back with our pool party, so that way you can't see our cool overlapping tabs there. Then we'll pull this back in, line this up. See a little shimmy here. There we go. That looks pretty good. And lastly, we just need to add our cute little corgi to the inside. So flip him over, give him just a little bit of adhesive. And put him where you want him. I liked him on the left side because I have our kitty cat on our right, so it makes it just change it up a little bit. So we'll put him right over here. And if he's not sticking well, just grab something heavy to help it dry great. But he should be good. Super cute. Fun fold. Look, I had a star that just dropped right on him. Oh, from a previous project. I love it. There it is, our super cute Glad We're Friends card with our cute little kitty cat on the front and our cute little corgi puppy dog inside. I hope you guys have had a fun time learning how to stamp this card today, and give it a try. Switch it up and use a different stamps, or use the ones that I have here. For all these products, you could order them from my online store, and you can use the hostess code for the month, and I'll send you an extra gift. All right, you guys have a wonderful Friday. Happy stamping, everyone. Goodbye.